Hey there! It's great to have you here for another English learning session. Today, we're going to listen to a fascinating story about an unforgettable trip to Egypt. This is a great opportunity to learn travel-related vocabulary, common expressions, and useful phrases for real-life conversations. It's a fun story and will help you improve your writing and listening skills. And if you want to push your learning even further, you can also practice shadowing along with me. Shadowing is a language learning technique where you listen to someone speaking and immediately repeat what they say, trying to mimic their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation as closely as possible. How to practice shadowing. Listen carefully to a sentence or passage in English. Repeat it out loud right after hearing it, mimicking the way it is spoken. Focus on pronunciation and rhythm while speaking. Repeat multiple times until it sounds more natural. The more you practice, the more natural your English will sound. So let's practice. Today's story is about a travel experience. Sarah is going to share her experience of traveling to Egypt, a land of ancient culture. Sarah had just returned from her trip to Egypt, and she couldn't wait to share her experience. It had been an unforgettable journey, filled with history, culture, and adventure. Before the trip, she wasn't sure if everything would go as planned. International travel often involved a lot of preparation, but to her surprise, organizing this trip was easier than expected. The visa process was straightforward since she was traveling from the US. She applied for a visa online, and everything went smoothly. For some travelers, a visa on arrival was even an option. When she arrived in Cairo, the city immediately overwhelmed her with its energy. The streets were always bustling, full of cars, buses, and people moving in every direction. The traffic was chaotic, yet somehow it all worked. To navigate the city, she mostly relied on Uber and taxis, which were convenient and widely available. One of the highlights of her trip was the food. She discovered koshari, a unique dish made of rice, pasta, lentils, and tomato sauce. Though it sounded unusual, it was incredibly delicious. She also enjoyed falafel, shawarma, and refreshing Egyptian tea and fresh juices. Of course, no trip to Egypt would be complete without visiting the iconic landmarks. The pyramids of Giza were even more breathtaking in person than she had imagined. Standing before the Sphinx felt surreal, and she marveled at the ancient structures that had stood the test of time. A boat ride on the Nile River and a visit to the Egyptian Museum, where she saw real mummies, added even more depth to her experience. What surprised her the most was the warmth and friendliness of the Egyptian people. Everywhere she went, locals were welcoming and eager to help. The markets, or souk, were vibrant and full of life, with vendors selling everything from spices to souvenirs. One memorable encounter took place at a small cafe near the Khan el-Khalili market. There, she met Ahmed, the cafe owner, who struck up a conversation with her. Curious about where she was from, He shared insights about Egyptian culture and even taught her how to say shukran, meaning thank you in Arabic. He also offered local tips, such as the best time to visit the pyramids to avoid crowds, and how to bargain at the markets, a common practice in Egypt. Not everything went perfectly, though. One evening, she mistakenly ended up at the wrong location after a taxi driver misinterpreted her pronunciation. Fortunately, a kind shop owner helped her find her way back to the hotel. It was a small mishap, but a humorous reminder of the importance of double-checking addresses when traveling. Despite minor challenges, Sarah's trip had been nothing short of extraordinary. There was still so much left to explore: Luxor, Aswan, the White Desert. She knew she would return one day, perhaps to take a Nile cruise and immerse herself even further in Egypt's rich history. Her journey had been unforgettable, and as she shared her stories, she couldn't help but inspire others to experience Egypt for themselves. When traveling, it's important to be prepared, stay open to new experiences, and be ready for unexpected adventures. And just like in learning English, mistakes happen, but they help us grow. Have you ever had a funny or unexpected moment while speaking English? Maybe you said something wrong, but it turned into a great memory. Remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy every step of your journey. Now, let's review some important words and phrases from today's story. Straightforward means something simple, direct, frank, or uncomplicated. It can be used to describe instructions, people, processes, or ideas that are easy to understand and do not involve ambiguity. Example: the instructions were straightforward, so I had no trouble catching the bus. Repeat after me. The instructions were straightforward, so I had no trouble catching the bus. Overwhelmed means feeling emotionally or physically overpowered by something, feeling unable to handle a situation due to its intensity. Intense emotions, positive or negative. Example: I was overwhelmed with happiness when I saw my best friend after years. Repeat after me. I was overwhelmed with happiness when I saw my best friend after years. Breathtaking means extremely beautiful, impressive, or awe-inspiring, something that takes your breath away. Example: the view from the top of the mountain was breathtaking. Repeat after me. The view from the top of the mountain was breathtaking. Marvel means to deeply admire, be impressed, or be in awe of something incredible or surprising. Most common in formal writing. In spoken English, words like amazed, impressed, in awe of are most commonly used. Example: she marveled at the beauty of the pyramids. She was amazed by the beauty of the pyramids. Mishap means a small accident, mistake, or misfortune. an unexpected event that causes minor inconvenience. Most common in formal writing. In spoken English, words like mistake, accident, or problem are most commonly used. Example: there was a small mishap during the event. There was a little problem during the event. Here are some phrases that can be very useful when traveling to a foreign country. Practice them to be prepared for your trip. I want to go to. How do I get there? This phrase is used to ask for directions to a specific place, such as a tourist attraction, a hotel, or a restaurant. Repeat after me. I want to go to. How do I get there? Where can I find a good place to eat nearby? Repeat after me. Where can I find a good place to eat nearby? Can you help me, please? Repeat after me. Can you help me, please? I need a ticket to. If you are talking about a specific type of transportation, you can adapt it. Repeat after me. I need a plane ticket to New York. I need a bus ticket to Chicago. I need a train ticket to London. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun and useful English lessons. Remember, learning English is not just about words, it's about communication. Mistakes happen, but that's okay. Keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy the journey. See you in the next video.